where I'm not, like, the only thing all I'm concerned about is making sure that Solinari and even my older kids aren't witnessing some big crazy fight. So,
No, I get that. That's what it should be.
I'm struggling to know how to feel right now because I'm like, no, scary, keep the kids away from this mess. But then on the flip side, sometimes those interactions are what help.
This is my speculation. There is a lot of pressure on a plural husband, and when there's a lot of problems going on in the family or a lot of strife because of whatever, it all falls on his shoulders. And I think Cody just finally decided he didn't want to do it anymore.
Hey friends, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. I have to tell you a secret. I just found a clip from the bonus episodes, the More to Love episodes that they run on cable. So I have mine recorded on my Hulu app through my cable provider. That's how I have them. Anyways, and each episode this season, except for one, the very last episode, had bonus clips added. And so you could watch the regular episode and you could watch the bonus episode, which was like More to Love. Throughout the season of season 18 of Sister Wives, Robin was so adamant that it was her kids that made the decision to not do the gift exchange. She said in an interview on the couch that her kids came to her and told her that they didn't feel emotionally safe to be involved in a gift exchange with their siblings after a text exchange went mad. But I found proof in a bonus clip that she was the one that decided that her kids would not be involved, and she did this intentionally. She made the decision to remove them from this. It wasn't their decision, and she literally threw her kids under the bus in one breath, and then in another breath admits it's her decision. This woman is so diabolical, I can't even handle it.
All of a sudden I got like this kickback and attitude from the older kids, and I was like, I don't know why I'm trying. We really, truly, my kids and I have felt like we got voted off the Brown family island. That is absolutely how we have felt.
One of the only episodes that Robin Brown did not cry was an episode where Gwendolyn Brown pointed out that Robin uses tears to manipulate and that she fake cries in order to play the victim. And when that was said and she had to respond to that, and when she was watching back the dinner, this episode where she was voted off the Brown family island, that's the only episode she never cries, not shedding one tear, because she was caught in a lie, using tears to feign victimhood. But let's get back to the story here. It's a bonus clip from the episode where they're talking about Christmas and whether or not they can have Christmas with the other family members. And she acts like it was her kid's idea to not want to be involved in the gift exchange, and that it was her kid's idea that they didn't want to associate with their siblings anymore. And then she says that she's the one that decided for them, even the adult kids.
I'm having to balance it out in my mind. I'm having a very hard time sort of sticking to my thought process or sticking to my decision that my kids should not be involved, because I feel like sometimes those situations start to promote some healing. That's the only thing that I'm really even thinking about. Because, I mean, if we could have conversations before Christmas happened and get some stuff worked out, then
it's been
Robin Brown flat out admits that it was her decision, her choice for her children not to be involved with the family. Her decision, meaning she's deciding what her adult children are doing, not allowing the adult kids to decide for themselves if they want to have a relationship with their siblings, and likely fueling and poisoning them against these siblings, believing and making them believe that their siblings are out to get them and hate them and don't want to speak to them. When the truth is, I think both Cody and Robin are afraid of their kids connecting with the other kids, because they would probably all realize that they have, one, a lot in common, two, both sides have been lied to by Cody and Robin, and three, they might get a better understanding of what's been going on. And they might have the opportunity to speak to their siblings about what they've been experiencing. And perhaps their siblings would be able to share with them, hey, what you're going through is not okay. You can do what you want. You don't have to listen to your parents. You're adults. You can move out if you want to. I mean, this is a woman that has her adult children living at home still. At home. She controls them so severely that they are not capable of going out on their own and living in their own place. I mean, I think Mykelti has described them as socially awkward and completely sheltered and completely inept to handle life on their own because Robin controls them so bad. So she doesn't want her kids to have any influence outside of her. She is insane. It's wild to me that they don't include this kind of crap in the regular episodes and that you have to find it through a More to Love or through a bonus clip.
It was never a decision, at least on my part, to have a division in the family. I'm appalled by it and I don't get it, and I feel like that's not what you do with a family. It's like there was a decision made and then by some to sort of, separate themselves, and then I guess we're what's left.
So check this out. In one clip, she says that it was her decision to not allow her children to go to Christmas because she didn't want them to be involved in some sort of crazy fight and be exposed to something bad, right? Because she's so scared of the evil children and Cody. I mean, in all honesty, she could be scared of Cody's temper. I don't know. Maybe Cody has made her feel so hostile, that the kids are so hostile against her that they're going to get ambushed. Honestly, I think that Robin is not going because she's hiding. She doesn't want to have to be confronted with the truth, and she doesn't want to have to face any sort of uncomfortable realities. And it's easier for her to stay away from them and play the victim. In one episode, she says, I made the decision for us not to be involved in this because I didn't want my kids around with this, but I'm struggling with my decision if whether or not this is the right decision, because sometimes if you get together with people, it can be healing. And then in another episode, when Mary is coming over to her house for Christmas, she says it's like somebody else made the decision about Christmas and we're the ones that are left. She's playing the victim and saying that she hasn't been included. Do you ever think that being inside of Robin's brain would be physically draining? How do you keep up with the lies? How can she contradict herself so much and it's all on tape? It was my decision to not let the kids have any involvement with their family. I'm not allowing them to see any of their siblings. It was my decision. Her words. And then it was their decision to create the division. It wasn't ours, and we're just what's left. It's amazing how she doesn't catch on to her own lies. And it's amazing to me that neither one of these clips made it to the episodes, because we would see how insane this woman is to spin every narrative in her favor.
Somehow it's like everything Cody thinks and feels and does, I somehow agree with, and that's not true. And it's just like this translation and this assumption or something, and it's just so not. Cody and I are very different people, kind of opposites in a lot of ways, and it's really, really frustrating and hard for me to have that be the case, to be the one, to be somebody that they're somehow lumping with the issues. And because I would not, if I had my choice, we'd be sitting down and talking stuff through.
So when she can't win with the front of my kids made the decision and it wasn't me that did this, and then she's caught and says, I basically forced my kids to not be involved in this. It's like every scenario, she finds a way to escape accountability. And in that clip, she's saying, well, everyone's mad at me thinking that I'm the one that's causing all of this division and I'm the one that's making things worse because I'm the one that decided that I don't want to be a family. She literally just said she decided she didn't want to have her kids around the other family because she didn't want them to be exposed to them. She said that. She was forcing them to not be involved. So it was her decision. But then she's blaming Cody for being the one that made the decision to not have the family together. So she blames her kids, she blames Cody, but it's really Robin that has made this decision. And Cody is likely just uninterested in even being a part of the conversation because he knows it's not going to go anywhere. I don't want to be around people that don't respect me. I have zero interest in talking to these people. They don't obey me. And if they don't bow down to my authority, I want nothing to do with them, right? Cody's eyes, his needs are getting met by the butt kissers that are at Robin's house, or so he claims, and because he believes all of them are the ones that are actually obeying him, he doesn't need to correct any of the relationships. And then he can default and say it was my decision, but really it's Robin's decision. Robin's the one that said, I don't want my kids to be involved. But then says, well, could you go talk to them? She says that to Cody because she knows full well that Cody won't go talk to them. She knows full well that Cody won't make the decision to do anything about it. So then she can blame Cody, right? So she doesn't have to take responsibility because she can say, well, I didn't want this. And I told Cody that he should go talk to them. I did, but he didn't want to do it. So I can't control Cody because Cody's going to do what Cody's going to do. Do you see how she's able to manipulate the scenario so it looks like her hands are not all over it? And then Cody thinks it's his idea. I know a lot of people think that Cody is not smart. I think that Cody is very smart at manipulating the women to get what he wants financially, and he's very able to manipulate women that have low self-esteem and low confidence. I think the problem with Robin is that he can't manipulate her as easily because she has such high self-esteem and she's so narcissistic. And because she plays the same game that he does, he cannot manipulate her in the same way. But she, as a covert narcissist, is much more intelligent on the emotional side of how to manipulate. Cody manipulates by just lying and trying the easiest path to get what he wants. Robin manipulates through meticulous collecting of information and then using scenarios to constantly paint the narrative that she's the victim in every situation, and she will not be above exposing anyone to be blamed. She'll blame her kids. She'll blame Cody. She'll blame Christine. She'll blame Mary. She'll blame Janelle. She'll blame the other kids. She will literally blame everyone, and she will never take responsibility, and she will always say, but I'm doing everything I can to make sure that everyone gets back together, when she's the one that created the division to begin with. So Robin flat out admits it, and all of these clips prove it, and it proves how diabolical she is. So what are your thoughts about these clips? Are you surprised that these weren't aired on regular television? Were you surprised that she's the one behind a lot of this? And make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and click on the bell so you never miss a video. Bye, guys.